Good morning. It's time to wake up. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Too many people start their day defeated before they even get out of bed. They reach for their phone, scroll through bad news, think about yesterday's failures, and expect today to be the same. But listen to me. Today is a new day. Your mornings are powerful. They're a gift. The first thoughts you allow in your mind, the first words you speak, the first actions you take, they shape everything that follows. You cannot afford to start your day with negativity, doubt, or fear. So let me ask you, what are you speaking over your life each morning? Are you saying, oh, I'm so tired. I don't feel like doing this. Or are you saying, I am strong, I am capable, I am blessed? Because your words have power. You have to stop speaking defeat over yourself before the day even begins. And let's talk about habits. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You need a consistent one. Discipline is what builds success, not just feeling motivated for 5 minutes. Set a time to wake up. Make your bed. Read something that feeds your soul. Pray. Move your body. Do what you need to do to set your mind right. And hear me on this. If you want true transformation, you cannot do it alone. Invite God into your mornings. Before the emails, before the chaos, before the noise, take time to seek Him. When you start your day with God, you gain wisdom, peace, and strength that nothing else can give you. You want to change your life? Start with your mornings. Transform your mornings and you will transform your life. Now, get up and step into the life you were created for. How you start your morning determines how the rest of your day will go. It's not just a cliche. It's a principle that successful people understand and live by. The first hour of your day is like wet cement. Whatever you press into it, whatever shape you give it, that's how it's going to harden. If you let chaos, stress, and negativity take over that first hour, you're setting yourself up for a day filled with frustration. But if you take control, if you are intentional, then that first hour can be the foundation for a productive, peaceful, and powerful day. Too many people wake up and immediately react to life. They hit the snooze button 5 times, drag themselves out of bed, check their phones, scroll through social media, read the latest bad news, and by the time they actually start moving, they're already feeling behind. That's not a morning routine, that's a morning disaster. If you're always in reaction mode, you're not living life on purpose, you're just surviving. And surviving isn't the same as thriving. Think about how much time is wasted in that first hour of the day. Most people don't even realize it. The distractions start the moment they open their eyes. Before they even get out of bed, they've already filled their minds with the noise of the world, and then they wonder why they feel stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed before the day has even begun. But it doesn't have to be that way. What if instead of reacting, you started your morning with intention? What if instead of filling your mind with negativity, you filled it with something that fuels you? That first hour is your opportunity to set the tone. It's your chance to choose how your day is going to go. And it starts with what you allow into your mind the moment you wake up. The first thing you focus on in the morning matters. If the first thing you do is complain about how tired you are, your body will respond accordingly. If the first thing you do is think about everything that could go wrong, your mind will start looking for problems all day long. But if you take control of your thoughts, if you wake up and say, today is a new day, and I have everything I need to make it great, then you shift your entire perspective. That first hour is when you set the atmosphere for your life. You have a choice. You can fill it with stress, fear, and frustration, or you can fill it with peace, gratitude, and purpose. And listen, this is not about perfection. It's about progress. You don't need a 2-hour-long morning routine with 15 different steps. You just need to be intentional. Maybe that means starting the day with prayer instead of social media. Maybe that means moving your body instead of hitting snooze. Maybe that means taking 5 minutes to write down what you're grateful for instead of rushing into stress. Small shifts create big change. What you do in the first hour of your day is setting the stage for the rest of your life. So many people wake up every day feeling like they're already behind. The moment their eyes open, their mind is flooded with stress, worry, and all the problems they have to face. They don't even give themselves a chance to start fresh because they're carrying yesterday's burdens into today. They're trapped in a cycle of negativity and they don't even realize it. Maybe this sounds familiar. You wake up And the first thing you feel is dread. You think about all the things you didn't get done yesterday. You remember that difficult conversation, that mistake you made, or that problem that still hasn't been solved. And before you even set one foot on the ground, you already feel exhausted. That's not just a bad morning. That's a pattern, and it's keeping you stuck. Negativity is a habit. It doesn't just show up randomly. It's something that gets reinforced every day when you allow your thoughts to run in the same negative direction. If you wake up every morning thinking, oh, I don't want to do this, or I'm so tired of this routine, guess what? Your body will follow your thoughts. You'll move through your morning with low energy, frustration, and a lack of motivation. And then when your day doesn't go well, it just reinforces the belief that nothing ever changes. But here's what you need to know. You are not powerless in this. You do not have to accept negativity as your default setting. You can break the cycle, but it's going to require a choice. You have to decide that your mornings are no longer going to be dictated by negativity, stress, and dread. You have to make the decision that you are going to start fresh every single day, and that starts with what you allow in your mind the moment you wake up. Stop waking up and reaching for your phone first thing in the morning. Stop filling your head with bad news, complaints, or toxic thoughts before you've even had a chance to breathe. That first thought you think in the morning, it matters. The words you speak over yourself before you even get out of bed, they matter. You cannot expect to have a good day when you begin it with bad thoughts. And now, breaking a cycle isn't easy. If you've spent years waking up with the same negative mindset, it's going to take effort to change it. But here's the good news. You don't have to wait for your circumstances to change your mindset. You don't need a perfect life, a stress-free job, or an easy schedule to have a positive morning. What you need is a decision. A decision to stop letting negativity be the first thing you entertain every day. And let's be clear, this doesn't mean ignoring real struggles. Life is hard sometimes. Challenges are real. But there is a difference between acknowledging a problem and allowing negativity to consume you. You can recognize that things aren't perfect and still choose to start your day with hope, gratitude, and expectation. You can wake up knowing that no matter what yesterday looked like, today is another opportunity to shift your mindset, to make progress, to grow. So before you even open your eyes in the morning, make a choice. Choose not to let negativity take control. Choose to break the cycle. Choose to start fresh, because every single day you get that chance. What you say about yourself matters. The words you speak over your life, your future, and your day have power. Every morning you are either speaking life or you are speaking defeat. And the problem is, most people don't even realize how much damage they are doing with their own words. Think about what you say the moment you wake up. Do you say, I'm so tired, I don't feel like doing this, or today is going to be a long, hard day? If those are the first words coming out of your mouth, don't be surprised when your day feels heavy and exhausting. Your words are directing your day before it even begins. Some people don't understand this principle. They think words are just words. But words carry a weight. They create the atmosphere you live in. The things you say repeatedly become what you believe, and what you believe shapes the way you act. If you constantly say, I'll never change, or things never work out for me, you're setting yourself up for failure before you even get started. You cannot expect to have a strong, victorious life if you're always speaking weakness and defeat over yourself. You cannot expect to be confident if all you ever say about yourself is negative. You have to make the decision to change the way you speak about yourself and your life. Instead of waking up and saying, I'm so tired, try saying, I am strong and I have the energy to take on today. Instead of saying, nothing ever goes right for me, say, I am capable and I will make progress today. Instead of saying, I'm stuck, say, I am learning, growing, and moving forward. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about shifting your mindset so that your words align with the kind of life you actually want to live. Because here's the truth, your words don't just describe your reality, they shape it. Look at your life right now. Think about the areas where you feel stuck, frustrated, or defeated. Now ask yourself, what have I been saying about this area of my life? Because most of the time, people are speaking exactly what they don't want to happen. They say things like, I'll never get ahead, I'm always going to struggle. I don't think I can do this. And then they wonder why nothing changes. You have to speak life even when you don't feel like it. You have to declare victory even when things still look difficult. You have to train your mouth to align with the truth, not just your feelings, but truth remains. And listen, this isn't just about self-help or positive thinking. This is a principle that has been true for generations. When you start declaring words of life over yourself, over your family, over your work, and over your future, you will see things shift. Because when you change the way you speak, you change the way you think. And when you change the way you think, you change the way you act. When you change the way you act, you change the results you see in your life. So take inventory of your words. Pay attention to what you are saying every morning. Stop cursing your day before it even begins. Stop speaking defeat over yourself and then wondering why you feel defeated. Your words are powerful. Speak life, and you will start to see life happen in ways you never expected. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to change their life is relying on motivation. They wake up hoping they'll feel inspired, hoping they'll have the energy to get things done, hoping they'll feel like making the right choices. But here's the hard truth. Motivation is inconsistent. It comes and goes. And if you only act when you feel motivated, you'll never be consistent in anything. That's why discipline is the key to transformation. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's showing up even when it's hard, pushing forward even when you're tired, and committing to growth even when you don't see immediate results. People who wait to feel motivated before they take action are the same people who stay stuck. They say things like, I'll start when I have more energy, or I'll get serious about my goals when I feel ready. But guess what? That day never comes. If you don't take control of your habits and routines, you'll always be waiting for a feeling that isn't reliable. Motivation is great when it's there. It can give you a boost, it can help you get started, but discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. Is what separates people who succeed from people who give up, because the truth is, everyone gets tired. Everyone has days when they don't feel like it. Everyone faces challenges and obstacles. The difference is, disciplined people keep going anyway. Think about the areas of your life where you've struggled with consistency. Maybe it's your health, your mindset, your career, your personal growth. How many times have you started something with excitement only to quit when the motivation ran out? How many times have you told yourself, I just don't feel like it today, and let that be the excuse to stay the same? The problem isn't that you don't have the ability. The problem isn't that you're not good enough. The problem is that you've been waiting on motivation instead of developing discipline. And discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, one small decision at a time. Start by committing to small, daily actions that move you in the right direction. Wake up at the same time every day, even when you don't feel like it. Speak positive words over yourself, even when your emotions say otherwise. Move your body even when you'd rather stay in bed. Choose to be intentional with your time, even when distractions feel easier. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. At first, it feels uncomfortable. Your mind and body will resist. You'll want to go back to what's easy, what's familiar. But if you push through, if you keep showing up, something incredible happens. You stop needing motivation because discipline takes over. And here's what most people don't realize. Discipline actually leads to motivation. When you take consistent action, when you see progress, when you prove to yourself that you can follow through, you start to feel motivated. You don't wait for inspiration, you create it through your actions. So if you want to change your mornings, if you want to transform your life, stop waiting to feel motivated. Decide to be disciplined, decide to show up even on the hard days. Decide that your future is worth more than temporary comfort. Because once you develop discipline, there is nothing you can't do. The way you start your morning matters. It sets the tone for the rest of your day. And if you're trying to do it all in your own strength, handling stress, making decisions, dealing with challenges, then it's no wonder you feel exhausted before the day even begins. You were never meant to do life alone. You were never meant to wake up and immediately carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. That's why the most important thing you can do every morning is invite God into your day. So many people wake up and go straight into work mode. Their mind starts racing the second they open their eyes, thinking about emails, deadlines, responsibilities, and everything that needs to get done. They reach for their phone before they even get out of bed. checking messages, scrolling through social media, or reading the latest news. And before they know it, they're already overwhelmed, anxious, or distracted. But what if, instead of starting your day with stress, you started it with surrender? What if before anything else, you took time to connect with God? What if before facing the world, you took a moment to receive strength from the one who created it? When you put God first in the morning, you're acknowledging that you can't do this alone. You're recognizing that your strength, your wisdom, and your peace don't come from within yourself, they come from Him. And when you start your day in His presence, it changes everything. It changes the way you handle challenges. Instead of reacting in frustration, you respond with wisdom. Instead of letting stress control you, you walk in peace. Instead of carrying burdens you were never meant to carry, you release them into His hands. Some people say, I don't have time to spend with God in the morning. But the truth is, you don't have time not to. Because without Him, you're walking into the day unprepared. You're stepping into battles without armor. You're trying to fight struggles in your own strength when you have access to supernatural strength. And spending time with God doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't mean you have to spend hours in prayer or read through entire chapters of the Bible before breakfast. It can be as simple as waking up and saying, God, I need you today. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes to thank Him for a new day, to surrender your worries, and to ask for guidance. When you invite God into your morning, you invite peace into your life. You invite clarity into your decisions. You invite strength into your struggles. And when you start your day like that, nothing the enemy throws at you can shake you the same way. Because when you've already been in God's presence, the little frustrations of the day don't bother you as much. When you've already surrendered your worries to Him, anxiety doesn't control you the same way. When you've already reminded yourself of who He is, you don't walk through the day feeling like it's all up to you. And listen, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, I'll pray later, or I'll spend time with God when I have more time. But if you don't prioritize Him first, everything else will fight for your attention. Distractions will come, busyness will take over, and before you know it, the day will be over, and you'll have gone through it without ever pausing to connect with the one who gives you life. So make it a habit. Before you check your phone, before you get pulled into the chaos of the day, take time to seek Him. Start your morning with prayer, with gratitude, with worship. Fill your mind with His truth before the world has a chance to fill it with anything else, because when you invite God into your morning, you're not just setting yourself up for a good day, you're setting yourself up for a transformed life. There are only 5 keynotes in the outline you initially requested. Would you like me to create a 6th keynote, or would you like me to expand on a specific aspect of the existing ones? Let me know how you'd like to proceed.